Yo, it's Capital Bro C and welcome back to another banger. Usually I don't start off the video like this, it's more passive, but this time I wanted to be playful with the editing, so yeah. So basically today is documenting slash journaling your losing trades slash winning trades. So this is like a build up to the last video. If you watched the last video, it was more why backtesting is important. So this is basically still building on top of that. So losing is part of the game. So it doesn't matter what type of trader you're gonna be, losing is part of the game. So you could have 50 trades and 10 of that trades would be losing ones. So there's no trader that is 100% success rate. So today I just want to go briefly short. It's going to be very short and direct video, not what she said, which basically just going to show like my past trade, which I basically was a paper trade, and me documenting this paper trade still on the strategy I said in the past videos. So if you watch that videos, make sure to go watch that. So it's going to be very short and direct, and I'm just going to show you the trade I took on the AUD to the CAD, Australian dollar to the Canadian. So this is very short, and I'm going to point out how I document my learning experience from the trade, which builds on my strategy I did in the past. So as we can see, here we go. Wait. Make sure to subscribe and like this video. We're on our way to 5k, and yeah, let's get it. So as this is the trade I took the last time, as you guys, for those who saw, I think I mentioned it in one of the other videos where I showed I was open at the time. I was currently open in the position, but today I'm just going to show you the trade. So this is basically the trade. I spotted out three major stuff I can see from my mistakes from compared to the trade, but let's just go over it. So this was the trade. I took the trade on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour firstly, I didn't take it on the 1 hour. I already made some notes on it. But as we can see, yeah, it's like when I started, I did my high, low, high, low, high. But this one here, the structure one day high, was the first mistake I made. But let's get into it. So that was me seeing my setup, and then we saw a demand zone basically here, and then we thought, okay, now if you've been watching the series, you know we'll wait for the candle to basically buyers or sellers take control at where the pullback happens. So which we did. So as you can see there it happens, and it basically started. So at this point, as you can see, the second one I said is my mistake. I can see the EMA is above, so it ticks all the boxes. So as you can see, there's the first, second and third, and then we have the EMA. It has the resistance and waiting for buyer to sell back. So that's basically checking all my boxes for my strategy. So basically the trade didn't work out. As you can see, it did not work out. So buyers took back control, and they basically, for the first day, or I think the trade was open 2 days. We'll get to that documenting. It was open for like a few hours, so I was checking it in the profit. Didn't really watch the trade, so I usually it's a paper trade, so I just left it. So we came back, and basically trade didn't play out. Like I said, it's part of trading. Even with your strategy, it will never basically have a 100% success rate. So this is where journaling comes in. So you basically want to take something away from this trade. The mistakes or notes I took from this on the 1 day. So I pointed out the 1 day structure. So if the 4 hour holds more structure than the 1 minute and 2 minutes, obviously the day is gonna hold more structure than the 4 hours. So at this point, we saw it hit one day. At this point, it hit a 1 day structure high, which it did. So currently, it's still doing like a normal high in a basically bullish market. But the 1 hour structure basically caused that resistance. That was the first mistake which I'm taking away from this whole experience or the whole trade. The second one I saw from the mistake is, I think I already made it here. As you can see, buyers strategy not complying on the 1 hour. EMA above, but on the 4 hour. So at the point where I win my intent, I could have come to the 1 hour and look for the same strategy, but you can see at the 1 hour, look, everything is applying, everything is high, but at the 1 hour, the EMA was below. So the strategy wouldn't have applied on the 1 hour. If both 1 hour and 4 hour aligned with the EMA, that would be more a probability for this to be basically trade played out. So that's already the 1 day, and my EMA was below on the 1 hour. Even though it's above on the 4 hour, that's where it could have been a more probability to increase my probability on this trade. So that's 2 mistakes I pointed out, and that's basically what I took away from this trade. If you see the strategy is more likely to fail than take an L and minimize the loss. So I also made a note, like I said, I think it was at this point where I watched the trade or somewhere here, I saw it's already switching, the trend is switching where I was still in the loss basically. But at this point I'm saying, you could take your loss here and minimize your loss. For example, if you know your trade is not going to play out, close your trade instead of losing your stop loss. But usually for us, we just keep it. But this is also a tip: if you know you're gonna take a loss and you're like 80% in the drawdown of your of your stop loss, you can close that loss and save about 20% of your stop loss, which was around here. Where it's just at this point I thought it was a liquidity sweep, so it could have been a liquidity sweep also. Liquidity sweep where the trade could have gone and go back up, but it didn't. It broke the demand zone and so. So that's the two parts I wanted to take away from this. The enter also I thought it could have been like on the 4 hour a hammer candle, which would have been another, this one here, a hammer candle, but that also didn't play out. But yeah, so I want to just show you the note part side of this, where if you've been up with the channel, you'll probably know about this document. So this is the journaling side of it. People, it just depends on you. So you could be a different journaler than me. You could do it in Excel. I know there's a lot of people that does it Excel where they just shows the profit gain, you know that. But I do it like this because I want to take notes. So if you saw in the last video, I have a pair. Here's the pair, the open, closing date, time frame I did it, the strategy. The days open was 2 days, Thursday reward was 1.5, and the status of it was a loss. So yeah, I just make like, you could use this inspiration, but everyone is different. So here we can see on the first day chart, we highlight the structure high. This was a part of our previous zone, bounced off, and this is where the exit wave. See, this is where I would have exited if I did the strategy, but we did the 1.5, so you can see it bounced off, and it didn't even touch the top. But the previous time it came there, so you can see there. On the 1 hour, here we just have, I added the 1 hour chart for reference, so I know if I see this again for the same setup, I will look at that and consider that before doing my profitable trade. Also know that too from the stages when looking at the 1 hour chart, the strategy does not comply on the email like I just mentioned. And this is me note taking. So overall, so once you've done overall note taking from the state, is the confluence on the 4 hour line up with the strategy, but the 1 hour, the 1 day and 1 hour indicated signs of selling pressure basically. Not strong as the 4 overall, still in a bullish, like I said, it's still in a bullish market. But on the 1 day resistance and EMS being above was the core points I took from this trade. So yeah, that's me journaling. So for, like I also want to say, for the people that if you do a lot of trades, journaling is going to be a headache. So that's it. Also, journaling also stops you from over trading and following your plan, because then you will learn from it and not just go. I've seen a lot. There's people that does like 40 trades, and then there's nothing behind those 40 trades. Obviously, it's still beginners and learning, but journaling basically you should do it if you want to become a profitable trader, like all of us should. So yeah, that is today's video, very quick and short. I hope you took something away from this, and yeah, I'm Capital Bro C. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will spot you in the next. Peace.